Okay, hello everybody. It's been a while since I made another one of these videos, but in anticipation of the very well received Kronjack random tournament, um, which will start, I believe, a week from tomorrow, so that'll be October 15th, 2023, I decided to go over some of these old games that were played in the first version, the first iteration of the random rumpus, as he called it. This is the map list right here. I believe the way Kronjack decided the games was he went on the Tane website and he hit the random button, and then he just typed down whatever the Tane spat out. And so these are probably going to be the only recorded evidence that some of these game types have ever been played. Whether people think that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But there are tens of thousands of different plugins on the Tane, and every map, or as Parliament would say, everybody needs a little light under the sun, right? So let's get into some of these games. Let me see here. I put them down somewhere. Yeah, random. All right, so this is the first game, Capture the Flag, Charlie's Point. Again, these games happened last October, I believe, and so I really don't know what any of these plugins are. It looks like some World War II themed game. Okay, so maybe it's the Special Forces plugin or something like that. Vietnamese soldiers, it looks like, versus the US forces, perhaps. We got Team Spy with Kronjack, Father Xmas against Team Overdose with Xenophone and MP. Spy's team having, 5 VCs.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is
2
advised.
VC shotgunners and a couple of RPG soldiers. Overdose opted for 3 Marine, or some Marine shotgunner, M79, and I think that's it. Just Marines and M79, whatever that means, and a shotgunner. Xenophone asking, what is this madness? Well, it's the random tournament. So there's no real strategy here, because I don't think anybody knows what these units actually do. Even though their names should be somewhat self-evident, like shotgunner. But again, this is probably the first real, at least in this decade, video evidence of some of these plugins being played. I don't know how that guy died. Maybe shot in the back by his own guy. But Overdose is running for his life, being chased down by VC, and he's going to go down. Meanwhile, we have an engagement here. Looks like Kronjack's going to lose a guy. He's hightailing it. So Kronjack doing some nifty dodging. MP shooting into the side of a hill. Kronjack unable to connect, and he's going to get blown up by Xenophone. Meanwhile, we see Spy and Father Xmas surrounding the flag here. Some idle units. Oh, that was a great sound effect. We saw a rush there from somebody getting shotgunned. Idle soldiers from overdose. We see a flag push here. There is a red soldier, and now all Team Overdose has to do is tag the flag. And they're able to grab it before Team Spy can make a push for this flag. So good push there from MP, or Xenophone and MP to take the flag. Good defense by myself, I guess. And yeah, that was the first game of the Random Rumpus from 2022. Alright, now this is game number 2. I think it might be the same settings, but with more people. We got Raceland with the Merthemni Militia, Overdose, Xenophone, Father Xmas against MP, Kronjack, and Spy. Now that I think about it, this may be one of the single player missions converted into a multiplayer map. I'm not really sure. It seems to be slightly modified. I think there was a huge gate here. They turned it into some tents.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
But yeah, I don't remember if this is Myth 1 or Myth 2, but I think it's one of the solo missions. Somebody replaced the gate with some tents, and that seems to be the only major change. But anyway, we see MP with only 4 units. Some snipers, RPD gunner, and a DSKM gunner, which looks to have a cart attached to his gun or something like that. Meanwhile, we have Raceland struggling to disperse the units here. We have a sniper, a scout, and a bunch of Marines. So we'll see what happens. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11 on 4 matchup, but you know, there is a Nguyen T. Ding. Shit happens when you give Mr. Charles a big gun. I have no idea who Mr. Charles is, but this person here has a pretty big gun, so maybe Nguyen T. Din is Mr. Charles. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, we see Raceland finally giving out some units, and we're starting to spread across the map. Remember, there's only 4 or maybe 5, I don't know, units for MP's team. He's opted to take quality over quantity, perhaps, even though nobody knows for sure what the quality of these units are. There is one flanker with a RPG, and it's hard to see where anybody else is except the 2 guys at the base. Okay, maybe... Okay, Kronjack and Spy are rushing Raceland. Let's see if he sees them. Oh, it's Overdose. Let's see if Overdose sees them. He does. But that RPG is going to do a lot of damage. He's going to get taken down by a sniper. It's not looking good. Meanwhile, up here, MP with the machine gun. And, yeah, that's going to be it. So perhaps the quality is better than the quantity. Keep in mind, there was, 11 units? 9 of them were on offense, and they couldn't do anything against this DSKM gunner. So, yeah, unfortunately, maybe someone got killed with the gun, or that maybe they got blown up by RPD. I don't know what RPD means, but that might be the effects of it. And then Kronjack and Spy were able to do some damage towards the flag and eventually win the game for Team MP. Okay, now this will be Game 3. This is different settings, territories, Nure, Onna, light. I have no idea what this is, but it is Game 2 on the list. No unit trading, territories, 12. So let's see what this is all about. Okay, so this is Reg, it looks like. We have Team Overdose with Kronjack, Raceland. Spy says 2 disgusting captains. I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind that conclusion, but we'll see what happens. Team Father Xmas with Xenophone, MP, and Spy. Let's check to see if these are Dwarven heroes. No, they're just normal dwarves. So this Bowman Ghost, I don't know what that is. But Overdose has opted to get quite a few of them. Unless he's not finished trading. I'm not sure that he is. And in fact, I don't think either team has finished trading.
Game on.
Xenophone saying that my team name is BS and that I don't pay my taxes. On the contrary, I actually pay more than my required share of taxes just because I'm a nice guy. I round it up. So, I don't know what he's talking about there. Meanwhile, since it was no unit trading, now that I recall, this is the default unit set. I think I just split things pretty evenly. I don't know what these Bowman Ghosts do, but it seems like these other units are pretty standard. It is territories. It is a pretty symmetrical map from what I can tell. And so I think it's anybody's game at this point. We don't see any picking up with the pus. And we don't see much movement from Team Father Xmas.
Flag captured.
We see Kronjack and Raceland perhaps sticking together. Overdose going off by himself.
Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag captured.
Looks like Team Father Xmas has opted not to heal their white. I don't know if they got a second one. But now we see Overdose getting ready perhaps for an attack.
Flag
Raceland is
captured.
still widely out of position. I'm not sure what he's
Flag
doing,
captured.
but Kronjack is headed towards the middle as well. No doubt Overdose is getting in position to perhaps make a move on Spy, but it looks like the rest of Team Father Xmas is catching up. Kron is going to go after the middle. Again, Raceland,
Flag
no idea
captured.
what he's doing here. Half of his army is idle, the other half is moving very, very slowly.
Flag captured.
This is where the action is. Let's see what happens. Seems rushed by a maul here. Yeah, and it seems like MP and Father Xmas are teaming up on me. Spy and Kronjack are facing off one-on-one. It looks like Raceland might actually be able to attack Xenophone. Looks like some kind of accident. I'm not sure how effective these Dwarven ghosts are. I mean, I'm struggling to see what the difference is between the Dwarven ghosts and regular bowmen, bowman ghosts, except for the fact that they turn into orange mist when they die. That seems to be the only difference. And yeah, meanwhile, there doesn't seem to be much action here. I mean, Raceland finally making it to the middle area, but it could be too little too late. And he's not really, maybe he's AFK, not really sure. Or actually, it looks like both Kronjack and Raceland might be AFK. Oh, there they go, okay. Yeah, not really seeing much movement out of them. They're happy to, I guess, play defense. I'm not sure what the strategy there is. I think Overdose forced to rush this. Nice throw there from Father Xmas.
Flag captured.
Not much movement again, you know, both of these guys can collapse on Spy. I'm not sure what is going on here. One thing you don't want to do with bowmen is walk in a clumped formation like this, especially if they're ghost units, and I'm thinking maybe the arrows might pass through the ghosts, so you might be able to actually hit two people with one arrow. You definitely don't want to be bunched up like this.
Five minutes remaining.
Looks like Kronjack's going for the puss, but he misses.
Flag contested.
Doesn't even look like he had the big puss. Yeah, it looks like he had a small puss here. And this one's a dud.
Flag
Yeah,
captured.
it looks like Team Overdose is getting steamrolled here. I still can't tell the difference between Bowman and Bowman Ghosts, other than the death animations. And I think this is going to be it right here.
Flag captured. Team eliminated.
Okay,
Game
there you have
over.
it. That was game 3. Alright, now this is Flag Rally Krakatoa. Father Xmas seems to have left, so it's 3-on-3. I think this might just be normal Krakatoa. Keep in mind that a lot of the files on the Tane are just maps. And so I think a large portion of these random games will just be normal units on maps that a lot of people might be familiar with, even though as is the case with a lot of these maps, there are so many different versions with subtle unit sets. I think there's at least a couple versions of Krakatoa, and so I have no idea which one this is, but it seems to be the standard one. And we have Team Xenophone with Overdose and Kronjack versus Team Spy with Raceland and MP.
Game on.
This is Flag Rally, actually. There are 8 flags. And we see some idle goals here. I think the most important thing is to send a goal to each of these flags, and maybe even swipe some of the opponent's side's flags, even at the cost of not picking up pus, because there's more than enough pus to go around. So I think Spy's team off to a bit of a slow start, but with 3-on-3, anything's possible. Looks like Xenophone is only opting to take
Flag
4% of the units.
Flag captured.
We see some of these MP bowmen trapped behind this white. Not something that you really want to do when you're trying to get to this middle area as fast as possible.
Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag captured.
It looks like Kronjack's going to be able to tag this flag. Or will he? Actually, I don't think he will. Meanwhile,
Flag
it seems
captured.
like Overdose. I'm taking up a
Flag
defensive
captured.
posture on flag number 6. And there's a bunch of bowmen here. Unguarded bowmen. There should be some kind of melee force. Unless Kronjack just had bowmen. I'm not sure what's going on. Overdose is trying to help out Kronjack, I think. Tag in number 4.
Flag captured.
Overdose perhaps going for the pus bomb. I saw that my guy dropped a satchel. This guy dropped a satchel charge. I guess you can't ignite them under the water.
Flag
That's kind of disappointing, but they still did a massive amount of damage to these warriors. Should have been a pus bomb, but I don't know. But now Overdose is gonna take out a lot of these warriors
Flag
here.
captured.
We see a northern force. Kronjack abandoning Overdose, and now he's gonna get slaughtered. Not sure why Kronjack pulled off right there.
Flag captured.
Looks like he's gonna get attacked by a pack of ghouls. This isn't looking good for Kronjack.
Flag captured. Victory imminent.
It looks like Kronjack might be able to kill all of these ghouls, even though most of his guys were killed. And now we see Overdose having to guard this flag.
Flag captured.
Shooting a bird out of the sky. It's not a good position to be in here. No real help from Kronjack, it looks like. The Overdose is going to rush MP. It looks like he's going to kill some of his archers.
minutes remaining.
Raceland now going in for the kill. That's pretty much going to do it here.
Flag captured.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Xenophone's plan was, but I think for all intents and purposes it was a 2-on-3 fight, so
Game over.
I think this game would have been a lot better if it was more like 5-on-5. Not really, hopefully more people will turn out for the next iteration of the random tournament again next Sunday, October 15th, 2023. Let's make it happen. These random games are so much better with more people. Now, pivoting away from, I guess this, you could still technically call this reg, but it looks like NPC, capture the flag, body count. We have paintball, bazooka paintballer, semi-auto paintballer, suicide paintballer, pump paintballer, and I think these are the referees. Once again, we have Team MP with Overdose and Raceland against Gerall, Kronjack, and Spy. This looks to be on the Zookville map.
Game on.
You can make the argument that these units are actually closer in style to World War II units. But you could also make the argument, though, that this is closer to Reg because of how different they are. Even though there are World War II pickups, it looks like. And I don't know if it's just me, but these guys look really, really slow. We have a bazooka paintballer. I want to see what this guy does. We see a spray can of some sorts. And we see suicide paintballer from Overdose. And he's not gonna explode. You would think that the suicide paintballer would explode, but I guess that's not the case. We see a shotgun that shoots a spray of paintballs, which is pretty accurate. And then we see, I think that might have been the suicide, but he didn't, I don't know. He seems to have ignited a sprinkler system on his body. I don't know why my suicide unit didn't do that. The shotgun guys are taking care of business. And it looks like someone might have gotten fire naded. I'm not sure what that was. That was definitely a suicide soldier, though. Taking somebody out. Meanwhile, we have a final push here. It looks like Team MP has 4 units. I'm not sure what that was. Shot halfway across the map. The bazooka paintballer. Some nifty dodge in there from Raceland. I'm not sure why these guys aren't just rushing it. Oh, it's a suicide guy, that's why. It looks like you can actually pick up the flag.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
So we have 33 points to 30. I really don't know what that is. It is capture the flag, so again, you know, I think this is the first time any of us are playing this. So we have no idea what's going on, except try and kill the other team. We have a semi-auto paintballer with Raceland, a suicide paintballer from Overdose, and a bazooka paintballer from MP. Meanwhile, for Team Gerald, there is a pump paintballer, and on defense, a semi-auto paintballer. Looks like there's caution tape between these barrels to add to the bridge, maybe? I'm not sure what that is. But it looks like they're going to see each other soon. Pump paintballer versus the semi-auto paintballer. Okay, so it looks like the pump paintballer is kind of at a disadvantage. It's only shooting one at a time, even though Spy is going to land a hit. And Raceland is going to take some damage there. So he just starts chucking nades. Almost gets Kronjack. That looks like a friendly grenade from MP. Maybe it's some kind of cover fire. Not sure what that is. But it doesn't seem to be killing him.
Game over.
Meanwhile, it looks like Overdose was able to tag a flag, maybe? Not sure what happened. Alright, well, I'm sorry I didn't capture the win there, but yeah, that was that. This will be game number 6. Wait, was that? Yeah, that was game number. Okay, so this is game number 6. MPC Myth Style CTF on Proving Grounds. I think it's supposed to be Polycon units. We'll see what happens. Yeah, okay, so these are Polycon units. We have the assault workers, hunter seeker launchers, and workers. Eyeball priestess. I don't know what these units are. We have a obelisk, it looks like, and some crates. I'm not sure what the point of the crates are. Maybe they have ammo inside. Maybe a hunter seeker launcher. These must be the equivalent of dwarves. Anyway, we have... Oh, wow. Okay, so we have Geralt, Kronjack, and Spy against Overdose, Raceland, and Empy. These are missile deployment platforms, and this dog thing is an ATT. And it looks like
Game on.
Geralt has gone for a eyeball priestess with red hair. And these are incredibly slow. And we'll see what this thing does. This looks like that one dog thing from that episode of Black Mirror, if anyone has seen that show. This must be the Trow equivalent. We'll see what kind of missile or what kind of firepower it's got. These things very, very slow. I heard something. Assault worker. Alright. We see the ATT. Let's see what's going to happen. ATT on ATT violence. Instead, they're just sitting there. Oh. We saw a big red laser. Oh, and a missile from out of nowhere. It's going to take out Raceland. Some kind of... Whoa. Did you see that missile make a complete U-turn and blow up the other ATT? Okay, so we see missiles flying. Okay, well... What is going on? Looks like it's flying missiles. This drone is going to kill a couple of the other enemy drones. And it looks like Geralt's team is in trouble. No. Oh, there's a missile. But it's going to hit the pillar. Unfortunately for this missile deployment platform. That may have been a friendly rocket because it came from this side. I don't know what that was all about. These are some wild units here. I still don't know what the Eyeball Priestess is all about, but some of these guys shooting various forms of missiles, lasers, interesting units that we saw these guys that shoot homing missiles, but I think they might only have one shot, so they kind of become useless after one shot. Alright, it's time to see what this Eyeball Priestess can do. Okay, so it looks like she can convert units. Yeah, I believe that is her power. Yeah, mind control, something like that, I don't know. These guys are very badly hurt. Yeah, these hunter-seeker launchers seem to be the best ones, I think. And that missile platform is going to go down. And the assault droid is going to go down. Nice shot there from Overdose. This spy worker is going for the flank, it looks like. Oh, and that eyeball priestess is going to get missiled by Overdose. So now it's these hunter seekers, 2 versus 1. Oh, and Empy with a nice missile barrage. And I think these things might be useless after they fire that missile. Looks like they might just get missiled to death here. And they're gonna get destroyed. Yeah, those missile platforms, they only get 1 shot, I think. Yeah, so these hunter-seeker launchers, I think, are definitely the best unit, even though those ATT units that we saw at the beginning of the game, we never really saw what they were about. They shot a big red laser, and then they both died, so maybe they are the best unit in the game, but we weren't able to see them. Meanwhile, we see this last gasp flank from Spy's worker unit, but Overdose has an assault worker, so assuming the assault worker is better than the... Oh, and the assault worker is going to zap Spy there. So that's pretty much it.
Team eliminated.
That crate is going to get exploded, which I guess counts as a unit, and Overdose's team is going to take this one.
Game over.
Alright, well, I think in many ways, this game was what the random tourney is all about. Nobody knows what the heck the units are, but we had an interesting game nonetheless. And it looks like the NPC paintball variant is going to be played one more time. Maybe by random chance, it was chosen twice using the random button on the Tane, except we see a couple new players. We see Scratch and Wings, so we actually have an 8-player game, I think, which should make things a little more interesting. So we have Kronjack, Overdose, Riesling, and MP against Scratch, Draw, Wings, and Spy. Let me just fast forward through this a bit, because I think we've seen what kind of units there are.
Game on.
Alright, there we go. So we see a couple of these semi-autos, bazookas, the pump paintballers are the ones that kind of suck. They only shoot one at a time. Yeah, these guys, not so good. The semi-autos are solid. And then the suicide paintballers. Let's see. These are the guys with the sprinkler systems attached to their bodies, and they just spray paint everywhere. They're sort of the equivalent of a white Spy currently is trying to get himself into position here. Overdose trying to stave off the rush. Turn around, MP. And Spy is going to go down. Meanwhile, we have Raceland with the suicide, but he's going to miss that opportunity as well. So there go the whites for all intents and purposes. Now we have MP with a very nice position, but it looks like he might get whited. Oh, he gets that kill right at the last second. Yeah, I think each team has a suicide guy. Or sorry, each side has 2 suicide guys. Meanwhile, we see a bazooka paintballer from this side. Gonna get taken down. Yeah, these bazooka paintballers are really powerful. This is kind of a aggressive rush here. Those fire nades are going to take out one of them. One of MP's guys. But I think for the most part MP is completely surrounded here. He's doing what he can, but it's not looking good. See Kronjack with a bazooka. And he's going to go down. So it looks like Team Scratch is going to foil this attack. I don't know what MP's doing. Yeah, he's dead. And it looks like someone got whited maybe. But yeah, it looks like 3 on a lot. Maybe 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kronjack doing some scouting, but he's scouting the eastern edge of the map. Not really sure how productive that's going to be. Yeah, keep in mind the pump paintballer only shoots 1 at a time. But he is going to snipe somebody. Nice shot there from Kronjack. As we saw in the last game, I think that actually is cover fire. Not any kind of toxic thing, so it's actually a good thing that those were laid down for Kronjack's sake. Meanwhile, we see a nice sprinkler grenade. Yeah, I guess that was me. Overdose with the pump paintballer. He's going to take out this guy. Now it's 3 on 2. Or actually, maybe it's 2 on 2. MP fighting for his life. I'm not sure what Overdose is doing. nice shots there from MP. Yeah, the pump paintballer kind of sucks. Oh, nice shot there from Spy. I think I could have helped out MP a bit more in that game.
Five minutes remaining.
Again, I think this is like cover paint, or maybe it's healing gas or something. I don't think it damages the enemy, so I'm not sure why Spy is throwing these things. Maybe they're waiting for backup. I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, there's a suicide paintballer. That's not good.
Team
And that's going to do it.
game over.
I win! In your face! Yeah!
Okay.
How do you like them apples?
Okay, so that was the second NPC paintball game. The next game is Ledges Between Us Dark. Balls on Parade. Let's see what this is about. Alright, this may be normal units. Not really sure. Let me just say that the teams are Wings, Riesland, Kronjack, and MP against Overdose, Scratch, Geralt, and Spy. This looks to be kind of a small unit set for 4 versus 4, but again, all of these games are random, so we'll have to make do. Overdose going with the Soulless, the Spiders, 2 fetch, probably Max Mercuridia. Wings opting for 3 fetch, 6
Game
Mercuridia.
on.
So we'll see how that plays into things. Yeah, I'm not sure how effective the fetch will be in these sort of narrow corridors, unless they sort of walk in a straight line towards, or the enemies walk in a straight line towards the fetch. So these trees are kind of an impediment to the spiders and the soulless. Looks like Spy is just rushing. Yeah, these trees are really an impediment. But they also make things more interesting. Meanwhile, we have a couple of Overdose spiders probably looking for the opponent's ball. And then we have Geralt with some Solus. He doesn't want to get too close. I would be backing off here. Even though this is a pretty nice choke point. Meanwhile, we see Overdose. No doubt seeing the ball for the other team. Geralt's going to lose a Solus, it looks like. Spy's going to kill one of those fetch. Spy wisely going after the Mercridia.
Ball contested.
Now we see ball contested.
Ball contested. Ball lost.
And that's going to do it.
Team eliminated. Game over.
Yeah, kind of a strange map. Even though we only fought on about maybe a third of the map. But it's kind of interesting. This will be Shattered Visage Flag Rally. 2-team light. Alright, so finally we're getting some normal unit set games. And a couple more people as well. So Ion, I think, is new. So we have Geralt, Overdose, Wings, Ion, and Spy against Scratch, Raceland, Kronjack, and MP. Let's fast forward a bit.
Game on. Flag captured.
Alright, we don't see much tagging from
Flag
Geralt's team
captured.
so far. I mean, they're all still pretty much all at the base. There's still a lot of guys at Scratch's base too, but I think they're a little more
Flag
mobile
captured.
at this point.
Flag captured.
Alright, we see a Kronjack Heron Guard pack. By the looks of things, it looks like the Heron Guards are sort of the power unit. You definitely want them outside of the
Flag
base.
captured.
So pretty much do the opposite of what Overdose is
Flag
doing.
captured.
Spy has the right idea.
Flag captured.
This is a nice push from MP. Kronjack needs to move or else he's going to get bombed. Or actually, this is Kronjack, sorry. Yeah, so Kronjack has really taken over this middle area without much resistance.
Flag captured. Flag captured.
Meanwhile, Overdose still with his hair on guard pack. We'll see what happens here. It looks like MP might be making a push. We see some units going down there. And that
Flag
Puss is going to
captured.
miss.
Flag captured.
But one Puss is going to get my Dwarf. Yeah, MP can't push that, so he's going to retreat. Meanwhile, we see some defense here.
Flag captured.
Alright, let's see. It's a wild rush there from MP. I think he's gonna get taken out there. Meanwhile, we see a Kronjack rush.
Stand clear. Move over.
Over here we see
Flag captured.
Spy versus
Victory.
Scratch, it looks like. That looks like Geralt. Ion might be able to slaughter all these units. Great job there from Ion. And it looks like Team Gerald just needs to tag flag number 6, which is this flag here. It looks to be quite well guarded. However, they don't have any archers, so I think Spy might be able to exert some pressure. Overdose has this flag quite well guarded. His decision to just keep the Heron guards at home may be paying off, but under normal circumstances, I think these guys needed to be out tagging flags. Alright, so I think Spy should be able to get some shots on these dwarves here.
Five minutes remaining.
Alright, well, it looks like we're Raceland might be AFK. Oh, he's healing his dwarf. But yeah, I think this is sort of it right here.
Flag captured. Victory imminent.
Make a hole.
Flag captured.
And that's gonna do it.
Game over.
Alright. Let's go to game number 10. Oh, I guess this is game number 9? Okay, this is game number 10, but it's the listed game number 9. This is Baetor. Capture the flag. Turbo. I don't know what that means. Alright, so we see some Dwarven Gatling Bowmans, Death Knights, a whole bunch of Trow, and some Stygian Knights. So we'll see what happens. This is Team Spy with Overdose, Raceland, and Kronjack against Geralt, Wing, Scratch, and MP. Let's fast forward a bit.
Game on.
Alright, Spy has opted for the Max Trow. You can usually never go wrong with that strategy, however, when you have this many Trow, you start to think that they might actually be worse than some of these other units, like the Death Knights. Of course, none of us know what the Death Knights actually do. Okay, so they shoot some white missiles, it looks like. Don't seem to be doing much damage.
Make a hole.
Of course, Kronjack fighting from lower elevations is not going to do much, not much help. And now we're going to get a nice classic Trow fight. People said enough of trying to figure out what these units do, let's just have a giant Trow fight. And I think that's sort of what transpired. Meanwhile, we see these Dwarven Gatling Bowmen somewhat ineffective. I'm not sure why Spy just pulled off his guys at the last second. Oh, it's because of this guy, MP, with the flag steal. Yeah, so perhaps poor leadership from Spy. Who knows?
Team eliminated. Game over.
All right. Is that the last one? Oh, okay. I think we might have decided to play this again. So this is game number 11. It's a different variant, I think, but with the same unit, the Gatling Bowmen and the Death Knights, but with sort of a larger unit varieties with some Zerks, Mercridia, goals. So we got Raceland, Overdose, Geralt, and Scratch against Kronjack, Wings, MP, and Spy. Let's fast forward this.
Game on.
Alright, Alright, so contrary to last game, we see a wider variety of units. We don't see a massive Trow army. Looks like Spy and MP, and Wings are going east, according to the line drawn there by Kronjack. Meanwhile, it looks like Raceland's team is really kind of slow, as most of them are still at the base. Overdose is out here. And it looks like Geralt is scouting. But yeah, not much help. A little slow to the game, or Scratch's units. Looks like we're going to see some battle here. So it looks like the Stygian Knights are immune to whatever this attack is here. And I think Geralt, instead of backing me up, he's going for the flag. Meanwhile, we have some of these Gatling bowmen. Let's see how they fare against the Death Knight. Big explosion, no damage. Yeah, these Gatling, perhaps they're immune. Must be immune. Meanwhile, we see Geralt making a push for the flag. Of course, these arrows do no damage to the Stygian Knights, and that's what Geralt is shooting. Even though Geralt might be able to sneak this flag, it looks like he will, and he does. Geralt with the classic flag steal.
Team eliminated.
Maybe we'll get a Jahaha.
Over.
Nope, we only get a GGG. Alright, so that was that game. Great job there from Geralt. Yeah, I think this might be the last game for this. Yeah, okay. So this will be the last game for week 1 of the random games, even though it's 12 and the map list said 10. I just call this ADG because I don't know how to pronounce it. But it is King of the Map. Pretty big unit set we have here. MP, Geralt, Wings, and Kronjack against Spy, Overdose, Raceland, and Scratch.
Game on.
Yeah, again, this is one of those maps where these harem
Flag
guards are going to be
captured.
very, very important.
Flag captured.
We see some idle units from Spy. Not sure what he's doing. Meanwhile, everybody is moving for Team MP.
Flag captured.
See a nice boat there with a fisherman. Hopefully he's catching some nice fish.
Flag captured. Flag captured.
It is king of the map, so it's kind of concerning that Spy's team only has one flag. And it looks like we see a rush here. Gerald, perhaps. Oh, this is MP, never mind. MP with some nice dwarf work.
Flag captured. Flag captured.
I'm not sure who this is. Scratch seems to have been taken completely by
captured.
surprise. I mean, that was so bad, and I kind of find it hard to believe that that was Scratch. Meanwhile, we have a rush here from Kronjack. This is an ill-advised rush because of the terrain difference. Not sure if Kronjack
Flag
sees it or not.
captured.
We see Raceland walking along the edge of the map. I'm not sure how useful this is.
Flag contested. Flag captured.
And we see MP with just all kinds of artillery units.
Flag contested. Flag
Getting
lost.
some pus down. Taking out a couple of dwarves. Looks like Raceland's going to get chased off this flag. He's going to go north probably. See a fight brewing here. A rush with the Stygian Knights by Scratch. Perhaps Scratch has had enough of this game. He's probably going to get slaughtered here. Meanwhile, we see Overdose going to try and go after these dwarves, but he misses
Flag
with the pus.
lost. Flag captured. Flag contested.
Some explosions happening. Yeah, Raceland
Contested.
really not contributing much to the team. Not sure what he was doing. Nice throw there from Gerald's dwarf.
Flag lost.
And it looks like our team is going to get surrounded here.
Flag contested. Flag captured.
Just overdose with the warrior rush out of desperation. Yeah, again, Riesland. I'm not sure what this guy's
Flag
doing, man.
captured.
Should probably try and help out the team a bit. Looks like Spy's gonna get bombed by Wings' dwarf. Nice throw there from Overdose. Spy's gonna get one of Wings' dwarves. Oh, bad dud there.
Flag contested.
It's another unfortunate dud.
Flag lost. 5 minutes remaining. Flag contested. Flag captured. Flag contested. Flag lost.
And that's gonna
Flag
do it.
captured.
Meanwhile, we have Riesland over here, again, just completely avoiding helping out the team or fighting off enemies or anything, really. And that's going to do it for Spies units. Alright, so I think we can fast forward this a bit.
Flag
Alright, there we go.
lost.
Now, of course, MP's team has the flag advantage, so they might be able to just wait, but let's see if they try and win the game the smart way, or the good way.
Flag lost.
You know, again, you don't really want to be bunching your archers like that. MP and Riesland are not doing best practice. Looks like Spy is going to get annihilated there. And this is going to do
Flag
it.
contested. Flag lost. Team eliminated. Game over.
Alright, so I think that was an interesting map. I mean, you know, we have seen this map played in the past. Yeah, hopefully some of these other maps, I mean, that Polycon map was pretty crazy. And the paintball, I'm pretty sure there isn't any recorded evidence other than this video of these plugins being played, and you know, largely that is the whole point of the Kronjack Random Rumpus, as it was called last year. Today I think it's just called the Random Rampage. Again, it's going to be week 1, October 15th. I think week 2 will be the 22nd, and hope to see you guys there. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.